Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be explaining to you of how to get out of a slump as fast as possible. What is a slump? A slump is a period of time in which you're gaming, or maybe you can even have it with sports, where you're underperforming or lower performing than you usually are. With the slump, you won't get rid of it instantly. It will take time and effort to push through your slump, but when you do that, you'll come out as a better player overall. I recently had a huge slump in which I dropped down to silver from high gold. Now I'm back at the same level and I even got through the push to plat. In this video I'll give you some tips for how to break your slump as fast as possible. But first of all, you have to find out if you're actually in a slump, yes or no. And the way I do it is I go to r6tracker.network. If you go to find your r6 stats, yeah, you just type in your name. For me it's monty.tabs and just press enter. You'll go to trends, and ranked or casual is usually what I do. If you play only ranked, it doesn't really matter that much. You'll want to do it KD and go for quarter. And you'll see on my screen I'm in a huge slump right now. And you can also see it by month, which indicates that I'm not in a huge slump, but overall my KD has gotten worse from when I began. Win-loss is usually the same, so I wouldn't look at that. That's basically how you find out if you're in a slump, yes or no. And if we jump to operators, you can see which operators you're good with by filtering on KD or win-loss. My highest win-loss operator is Finca, Gridlock, and Blackbeard. And you want to look at operators you've played a lot with. And if you look at KD, for me it's Blackbeard. I've played a lot with Blackbeard, Finca, Sophia, and Ayana. So take a look at which operators you're good with, and if the operators you usually main are also your best operators. So, you know if you're in a slump, yes or no. But I will still stick to the video, because these tips can help you in your daily warm-up routine, and even when you're playing, to make you improve faster than you usually are. Okay, so the first step is add a aim trainer into your daily routine. With an aim trainer you can help yourself reach a better aim you can rely on, so if it comes to it in a 1v1 situation, your game sense won't back you up, so you'll have to outgun your opponent, and you can only do that if your aim is good enough. And that's where the aim trainers come into place. There are a lot of aim trainers on the markets, but the ones I would advise are Aimtastic and Aimlabs, because they have got a lot of different exercises you can do, and they're both free. Aimtastic has a few DLC items in it, but they are not necessary for a good warm-up routine. I won't go into much detail of Aimlabs because I'm not that familiar with it, and I think Aimtastic has a lot more in-game variations where you can tweak the settings, but I might be wrong here, and I'll still give Aimtastic a go if I were you. So for Aimtastic, the exercises I would recommend you doing are bigger than smaller, reflex, and sphere targets. Bigger than smaller is a great exercise if you want to train your speed, because what it basically does is that there are targets that appear small, but they'll grow, and reach a state so big that they'll start shrinking again till they vanish. And you have to shoot them before they vanish, otherwise you'll lose the exercise. So it helps you train your speed, while at the same time gradually increase your accuracy. And for me, that's a great exercise when you haven't done anything and you're just starting warming up. Reflex also trains your speed and accuracy. This is like the test of all tests, because your accuracy has to be decent before this exercise will be efficient. Because if your accuracy isn't that great yet, I wouldn't advise this exercise because it's just too hard. Okay, the last one is sphere targets. And with this one, it really trains your precision and you won't get punished for being slow. With this exercise, you can start slow and go faster when your accuracy increases. And this one also helps you with 3D targets, as it's a 3D environment and the targets can be far away or they can be close. Aimtastic doesn't have a specific exercise you have to do, because they'll have a lot of categories in which you have a lot of variation. But I usually do spider shot and micro shot. A good thing that AimLab has that Aimtastic doesn't is the AI. This AI will help you train, for example, when your right flicks are weaker than to the left, he'll give you more exercises to the right, so you'll equal out. For some other tips, you can make recordings of your gameplays, so you can watch back and see if you could have done something better in that situation, and maybe won the round for your team. And after a round ended, you should ask yourself, what did we do to win that round? Or what didn't we do to lose that round? So you can adjust next time and do the thing that made you the round. Okay, and if your slump is getting really bad and you're getting frustrated, I would advise you to play other games, and they don't have to be FPS games. They can be whatever game you want. If you decide to stick with Siege and don't try other games, I would advise you to play other roles. So if you're usually an entry fragger like Ash, I would advise you to play a more passive role like Thermite or Capitao. And I would advise you to start playing with some friends, so you know what it's like to play with a team, and you can maybe excel that way. Or if you usually play with a team and you're performing bad, I would advise you to solo queue a little, so you get some solo experience. Another tip I have is you should start watching other YouTubers, including me, with their tips videos. For example, you have Coconut Bra, who has a lot of spawn peeking tips and Valkyrie spots that can help you play rounds. And most of these tips you can do entirely solo and you won't need a team. And if you don't like spawn peeking the enemy, it's still great to know, so you know for which spawn peeks you should watch out the next time you spawn in. And for the last tip I have, play ranked less, because if you don't win that often, you don't want to lose your rank, because that will tilt you even more. And I would stop play Siege if you're tilting, because as soon as you tilt, your gameplay becomes worse and worse. And with a slump, that isn't something you want. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something. And if you did, I would really advise you to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and like the video, so I know I can make more videos like this in the future. And then I'll see you in the next video.